Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the Casual Collector. And in this segment of Masters of the Universe, the Masterverse, I am showcasing new Eternia Buzz Off. I gotta tell you guys, I know that you all know that I'm super late to the game and I'm catching up, but I saw this before and I was so tempted to pick him up in Target when I saw him, and I just skipped because I was like, dude, I'm retired though. And now, yeah, I ended up getting them anyway, but could have gotten them for much cheaper back then, you know. But Buzzoff is one of the few characters that, well, I would say, I got one of many characters that I got as a kid. Buzzoff and Whiplash, they shared the same body. And when I got a Clawful, I noticed that a lot of the similar parts that we had, except, you know, he was wearing clamshell. Anyways, this is what he looks like in the package. Looks like he came around the same time as Grislo, Faker, and not New Eternia Merman, but Revelations Merman. So Buzzoff, designed, you know, I guess inspired by the classics, but not quite. All right, let's see what it says. I want you guys to read it. Buzzoff, spy in the sky. After the cataclysm destroyed the Great Queen's nest, Eternia's bee people, known as the Andrenids, nearly collapsed as a society. They were saved by the warrior lord Buzzoff, who reclaimed order and set off to establish a new home for his people as their king. King Buzzoff. Yeah, pretty cool. Anywho, here he goes, and I'm about to ready to take him out of the package. Looks like the work's already kind of been done for me, so I'm just gonna open from the top. It's weird. I'm just gonna open from the top. It seems so much trouble to open from the bottom. My Dumas should have done it from the top the whole time. But as Blade once said, some MNFers always skating uphill. In this case, it's your boy Coco when it comes to packages, especially the Masters of the Universe ones. And yeah, here we go. Let us Wangs. Yeah, it looks like they're able to break it. I remember Buzzoff's wings were it was still translucent too, but they seemed a little bit bigger because they were, well, I mean, wider because they were together. You couldn't really split them, you know what I mean? But I always liked Buzzoff. Like, as every iteration that came out, I liked more and more. I really enjoyed his what Mike Young version in 2000 and X, because that's probably one of my most favorite episodes. Actually, was when Buzzoff was introduced. These Andrenids versus the Avians. The Andrenid Avian War. I was like, dang, this is serious. This is so cool. You know, Buzzoff's people getting, you know, into it with other good guys. It was just like, this is so much more adult. You know, more realistic. Not everybody was on the same page. You know, not everybody was good, even though they were good. You know, they were. You know, nobody. They didn't mean they were in the same side necessarily. And yeah, okay. So it looks like he comes with this harness, which is cool. In his OG fig back in the day, he just had his brown and yellow, you know, gear on. That was it. There was no chest harness. But since this is new Eternia, Buzzoff gets to do that. You know what I mean? He gets to rock new gear. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, you can't. It looks like it sacrifices every time I pull that one up. This is gonna pull out. So I guess you have to choose wisely. which one, how far up it goes. That's weird. Yeah. So it looks like it's trouble, a little bit on the troublesome side. The wings do can't look like it don't want to stay. I don't know if that was always the case, but yeah, you seeing this? I'm struggling. It just keeps popping out. You know, not good. IMO. Well, yeah, it's just very unfortunate that it doesn't want to stay on. The engineering for the plastic on these things not rigid or hard enough for it to want to stay, I guess. Well, y'all seeing this, y'all seeing me, struggle. Maybe it's just better off not having this harness on if it's just going to cause this much thing. But yeah, oh gosh. Well, I was trying to sell y'all on this. I know I say that this was one of my faves, but man, with all these technical difficulties that I'm experiencing in real life, as you guys all seen it, right? Meow. It's not. Oh no, y'all finally seen. Here you go. All right. Well, the feet similar, I would say, to the clawfuls, but not quite. But the legs are. I mean, not the feet, but the legs and the yeah. And he gets his really cool helmet, very much like the other two. He always gets a helmet, and this helmet looks always seems to look very cool. All right, let me have to pull this out to get this to I guess work to fit in properly. Yeah, there you go. It's a good look. Yeah. I mean, I already liked kind of his face before, but this helmet makes him look that much more. Uh. Yeah, they decided they were going to go with, I guess, the smaller version of his axe versus the longer version, which 2000X had. So they went with his OG small axe. It's kind of weird that they went with like I don't know if the head's supposed to be able to turn or not. Nope. I guess it's intentionally done this way. Kind of weird, but okay. I'll go with it. Yeah. Anywho, so yeah, he's got these same like rough thing going on his thing, like I think Clawful kind of has. Um, I should find him just so that we can demonstrate how similar they are or not real quick. And I was completely wrong. There is no bumps at all on Clawful. It's actually pretty smooth. Dare I say Coco smooth. But no, yeah, I guess his claws might be the same, I guess. No, not even. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, there's more bumps on this thing than this. They're not the same kind of bumps at all. I think they gave him different claws there. Yeah. Or are they the same? And they just I don't know. They look similar enough, but I don't know. I think they might be the same. It doesn't make sense to mold a whole other claw and just save money. You know what I mean? On the little claws. But yeah, they do have the same legs, right? Ish. No, not quite. He's got different spikes on. Yeah, just you know what? I love the way New Eternia has been doing it, but the feet look like they're the same, just not painted the same way. You know. Hmm. Yeah, I think this is the same feet as like maybe like the Zodax. Yep, not feet, no, like shins as the Zodax. But yeah, the arms are the forearms are definitely different. Not even close. Yeah, Andrenids. Yeah, he's. I like this buzz off. Just wish they gave him a bigger spear of an axe, halberd of an axe. So nice and big. I like it. I like it. I like it. Even though it failed a little earlier, I still like it. He looks so good. He does. Oh, buzz off. Right? Oh, Lord. So you guys can see his whole glorious body. Yeah. Wow. I regret not having a new Eternia Stratos for him to hang out with since they're the flyers of the group, you know. But hey, the good news is now he has another nemesis. They can, be nemesis together. His antagonists. Right, but yeah, Buzz off hella towers over this dude. Buff fool. Webstar, why you gotta be so small? Because probably one of the first new Eternias. That's what it is. The first of the new Eternias. Well, either way, I'm glad that I got you both in my collection. And all I need now is a Stratos to make my life complete. As far as uh Masterverse figs, that is a must have in my that I need to absolutely have. Um yeah, I really love the way the wings look. This thing looks great. I love his helmet. This back here is just the only kind of real issue that I got. I guess it's very hard to get him to behave, you know what I mean, to stick with the thing. So I guess, yeah, I don't know. That maybe that's the way it's supposed to be, and I try to pull a little too further up. You know what I mean? Maybe it's supposed to just this, but they do need to do a better job of raising this thing so that it can, when it latches, it stays latched. You know what I mean? Yeah. These wings, while they look good, I wish they would. They weren't so easily pulled out. You know what I mean? Yeah, like a part of me is happy that these wings are able to do this, but for because I'm so used to the older wings that it just seems that his wings seem kind of small or not wider. You know what I mean? Like, just not wide. I mean, that's what it seemed like to me. But I could be wrong. Either who, this one has a good neck range. Actually, he can kind of look up. You know, dang, this helmet looks good. I love the way his eyeballs look on this gosh dang thing. It's a good look, folks. Yeah. Bring it up again so y'all can see how nice that is. I love it. Buzzoff is now a king in New Eternia. He's not fighting for no queen, even though that's kind of weird. It don't make sense. They're bug people. They have to have a queen, but he's their king. Yeah. I don't know who he would be able to hang out with other than gosh dang Stratos and He-Man himself. So, I mean, I guess he can hang out with the Sectars. These guys would. I was so disappointed that these Sectars characters are so short. I wish they were a little just taller. Wish I was a baller. Wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call her. But you get to get the picture. I wish that these guys were built closer in spirit, in size, in engineering as the Masterverse stuff. You know, so these guys could, well, Buzzoff could be their king, and these could be his subjects for now, I guess. But something, right? Black people, sector, the sim from warriors from Symbion. Yeah, if once they get their bugs, I'm gonna have them hang out with Buzzoff. That'd be the way. So that they'll be on it, and they're like, then they could be seem congruent, because when they're riding on their steeds, it would look like it would make sense. You know. Um, I guess the closest other person that he could kick it with really is, I would see him kicking with, other than He-Man, is Cyclone, since he's also a flying a character that with flight capabilities on his own. He is a hurricane of a tornado of sorts, right? And then there, here's what he would look like with his boy He-Man. They could be the Axe brothers. You better axe somebody. Yes. Yeah. So cool. I love it. Yeah, this weapon, it seems very, I don't know, like if I saw him in the cartoon throw this thing like freaking Molnar, and it just, or it just came back every time, then it would be cool. But dude, this axe, I don't know, it looks like he can't really do much. Now, can this open? Well, let's see. If it does, it's very tight. So yeah, this would probably be the hand that is supposed to be rocking it. But then it would, okay, hang on. I guess it was supposed to be a left-handed one. The way it's, either way. Buzzoff's like, what? What? Final thoughts on this fig. It's a nice looking gosh dang fig, folks. Buzzoff looks great. I'll be taking photos and putting in the community once this guy releases. Once the video releases, and I'm going to have them try to look, good with some other figs, so that you guys can see how well he meshes with the others. But he, to me, because of that Andreen, this is the problem with me, man. Because of the Andreenid versus Avion episode in MYP, all I can see him doing is hanging out with Stratos, because they're now like Kangs together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a good look. I love the way Buzzoff's build is. His uniform is updated. I love his head. His head is probably the best thing ever. I didn't really appreciate Buzzoff's OG light bulb head look. This is a much better look, in my opinion. Even without the helmet, this sucker looks good. There's just something about his giant Pac-Man-esque kind of smile. It's a win, folks. My only real, I guess, beef with this is a couple of things. This thing not being able to stay put sometimes, but it's not that big of a deal, especially since I'm not going to be playing with it like that. It's more for display. And of course, this thing that keeps popping up from time to time, but that's universal. It's not unique to just Buzzoff. There's a bunch of other figs that have similar kind of issues. And yeah, this helmet looks glorious. I love that it's translucent and everything. I don't necessarily know what this is. Probably something from his 2000X days, I guess. I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't know where it's from. It must be concept art stuff. I don't know. Either way, I'm happy with this. All I need now is a gosh dang Stratos, and we're rock and rolling. All right, folks, that's all I got for this segment of Masters of the Universe, the Masterverse New Eternia Buzzoff. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the Casual Collector, with casual takes. And until the next video, folks, ciao.